it's a hard thing to describe because I got to be careful. I don't want to get in any trouble. But I actually assumed that there was going to be a lot of anarchy, like people were going to go crazy, in terms of I'm speaking about retail investors over this whole friggin' crazy psycho Norman Bates shit that went on with AMC. Like I thought there was going to be a major outrage. That's honestly why I think I organized the first protest. And obviously we know the result of my protest was there was one person, Billy the Kid, showed up. Mike the Marine, I thought he was going to have a big turnout. He really did. Okay, it was bigger than mine. He had 75 people, whatever it was. But out of 7, 8 million apes, 7, 8 million retail investors worldwide. And, this guy, Jimmy, he's one of the, people who watch my channel, Jimmy D, I think was it 4477. He actually made a very, very good point. Okay, he made a very good point. And I kind of thought about it. Maybe the reason why there isn't so much outrage, and I'm just trying to figure it out, is because people primarily, a lot of them were using like free government money. Like, remember, we all got those stimulus checks from Trump during the coronavirus. And a lot of people were using that money, I guess, to reinvest, that money into the stock market, maybe in AMC. I don't know. I'm not saying everyone used it for that purpose, but there was, I think, the people who were retail did, and maybe that's why they don't, because it doesn't seem like they care. Is it just me? Am I the only one who feels this way? It doesn't really seem like, look, obviously there are some people like myself, like Zanny Savage, like his brother, who put up large amounts of money, man, in AMC. Big regrets. Large amounts of money. And I think we did all of this because we assumed that we had a friggin' army here. It's like an army of retail investors that were like, it's kind of like the March of Rome, with friggin' Mussolini. That's the way I always pictured it. Like, again, I'm not trying to cause any type of riot. That's not what that is. I'm all about peaceful protests and things done peacefully. But I thought a lot of people would gather. I thought a lot of people would be angry. And they, of course, people try to make this personal. Like, oh, I don't like you, Apefather. That's the reason I didn't come to your protest. It's not about me, you stupid Mama Luke, friggin' stew not idiots. It's not about me. It was about a movement. It was us against them. It was us against the hedge funds. It wasn't about me, but I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I'm just shocked. You want to know the truth? In hindsight, you know, looking back on all of this, I really, really assumed that there was going to be like the March of Rome. Like I thought people were going to gather on Wall Street, Washington, all over the place. This was going to be like the biggest friggin' outrage. Now, look, I hate to bring this up because I know a lot of people get very angry with this, but you take like a group, like Black Lives Matter. Now, I don't agree or condone, obviously, some of the more horrific things like, blowing up buildings or whatever went down there, There was a crazy, crazy shit that was going down there, okay? People getting shot or even worse. I don't condone that. That's horrible. That's crazy. But one thing you have to give these groups credit for is putting aside all of that disgusting shit, they were very organized. And because they were very organized, they got shit done. They got recognized. Big time household effing names. And they intimidated, you understand, I believe the government. Because that's how big they got. They got that big that they got on the White House friggin' doorsteps because they were strong and they understood the power of the people. John Lennon said it the best, the power of the people. And they got it. Unfortunately, retail didn't get it. I don't think so. Do you? This video is not financial advice. I'm not a financial planner. This video is for entertainment purposes only.